Hey there, traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today's a recap for Thursday, April 8th. And in today's video, the topic of discussion is going to be Canopy Growth acquiring Supreme Cannabis Company. And I'm going to do one video today with the broader market, the crypto and the MJ space. Haven't been feeling the greatest the past couple of days, so just bear with me as we get through this. So we'll look at some news and events. But before we do, make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel. So this deal is very similar to the Hexo and Zenabis deal, and it's valued at $435 million on a fully diluted basis. Under the arrangement agreement, for every Supreme share, you will receive 0.01165872 shares of Canopy. So you can check out that article in its entirety. But again, very similar to Hexo and the Zenabis deal, and shouldn't come as a surprise as we've seen a lot of M&A activity in the space lately. Also, Jerome Powell spoke today and said that uneven global shots rollout is a recovery risk, basically stating the obvious there, but essentially a non-event. We also had some other economic data today with the initial jobless claims coming in with a miss. We had 744,000 versus 680,000 expected, and last period was 728. So going the wrong direction there. 53% of Canadians on the brink of insolvency, says MNP survey. Also, Florida sues the CDC to allow cruises to resume U.S. sailings. Industry asked to be treated just like the airlines. Also, Molson Coors found this interesting, nominates Julia M. Brown as an independent director to join its board of directors. And a little bit about Julia M. Brown. She served as the chief procurement officer for Mars Wrigley. And a lot of people speculating, especially in our group, that Mars Wrigley could be a potential CPG partner of Hexo in the future to, potentially offer edibles. But maybe they're waiting for regulatory clarity in the US. We'll see. You can take a look at some other places that she worked. She was a chief procurement officer for Mandela's International, Kraft Foods, and the Clorox Company, and served in purchase leadership agreements for the Gillette Company, Diageo, and Procter & Gamble. So quite the impressive resume. We know that Hexo is working very closely with Molson Coors. Molson Coors has been working with Coca-Cola, The Rock, and seems like Molson Coors is just in pretty much got their hand in everything lately. And with this move here, you can't help but wonder if we could potentially see some other CPG partners with Hexo in the near future. Speaking of Hexo, I just started to read the $1 Billion Startup book, and this is the true story of how a couple of 29-year-olds turned $35,000 into a $1 billion MJ company. And that's Sebastian St. Louis, the CEO of Hexo. So let me know in the comments below if you've read this book or if you're reading it. What are your thoughts on it? I just started it and I can't wait to get through it and share my thoughts with everybody. Verizon recalls 2.5 million hotspot devices due to a fire hazard. Also, Amazon to open its first grocery store on the East Coast. So taking a look at the crypto space, we are consolidating a little bit here on the 15-minute and pretty much across the board. XRP back over $1 at the moment. But looking at Bitcoin, we're just seeing which way this daily inside bar breaks, and we're set up for a potential second inside bar here with only about 2 hours and 30 minutes left of this candle. So we are in a daily downtrend, and whichever way this breaks, we either continue daily consolidation or we'll get that daily bounce underway, and then we'll be looking up to the brick wall of resistance at 60,000 and then all-time highs. So taking a look at SPY, we have this uptrend line that has been holding since all the way down here at 383. We still have yet to change the daily trend, and we are getting extremely extended. We're now approaching daily overbought and no daily support really down till 383.90. We also have a gap here that we've mentioned a few times at 467. So we'll be watching for a potential gap fill and a loss of this uptrend to indicate daily consolidation, and we need to lose the low of the previous daily candle. So bulls still in full control, and this move has just been an absolute face ripper. So congrats to the bulls there. But the dollar still weak, daily consolidation, still looking for a daily higher low compared to 91.30. It's favoring a equilibrium here with a low high, higher low, and a tightening range likely due, but still holding the weekly uptrend as the most important part. QQQ, so very, very extended as well. Still haven't approached daily oversold yet, but no real daily support down to 307.39. We had a mini bull flag here and daily higher low at 311.54. But again, a couple gaps and no real consolidation for the last couple of days. And we knew that this is something that happened before where we had this low and the high and a mini higher low. And we went a little bit too much too fast, and we ended up going straight into a daily downtrend and another move. But the difference here is we still have yet to break to the new all-time high. So 338.19 will be on watch tomorrow and into next week. But I am very, very short SPY at the moment, and QQQ just hedging those positions. The metals were strong today, so the daily bounce continues for silver and gold up over 1% each, and we'll be watching to see when this daily bounce does top out. Gold's got resistance at 17.55. Silver's still a ways away from its resistance at 26.63, but bulls are pleased with the size of this bounce as we'll have a ton of room to form a daily high or low. So moving on to some individual tickers. BlackBerry saw a nice day today, up about 6%. And when we do top out here on this daily bounce, we'll be looking for a higher low compared to 836. But again, bulls want to see a big of a bounce on the daily as possible to allow as much room as possible to form that higher low. So taking a look at the bull and bear list, we had VEGA, GME, DFLY. On the bull list, we had BB, SHOP, and SQ. Moving on to Canadian MJ, taking a look at the Supreme Cannabis Co. Fire. So we had a huge gap up today, closed the day 49% up from yesterday's close, and huge gap all the way down to 27, but lack of resistance here until 60 cents. I actually took a position last week and just looked to me like we were setting a bottom. And if I was looking at the weekly chart as the main support here, it was the weekly 50 moving average. So when we pulled back, we held that 50 weekly moving average down at 22 cents. And taking a look at these weekly inside bars, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 weekly inside bars, and a break was imminent. The MACD and stochastic are blasting off bullish again, and I was entering off of that 10-week moving average, starting to go vertical here as well. And a nice entry off that 50 weekly moving average with a stop under 22 cents. So congrats to the bulls there. Taking a look at the rest of these sectors, so we had VLNS, CGC, PCLO, and if you're wondering why CGC was down today, generally the company getting acquired sees a bigger bull move, and the company acquiring, the acquirer usually sees a bit of weakness. So this is a prime example with Supreme Cannabis Co. up 50% and CGC down 5%. So on the bull list, we had Fire, TGOD, and ZENA. TGOD had a nice day today, up over 16%. So congrats to the bulls there. Moving on to the US sector, on the bull list, we had GRWG, TAT, CARA. On the bear list, we had Trulieve, BioHarvest, and Ian. So just taking a look at MSOS very briefly here. We have a daily inside bar on watch. So a lot of daily inside bars the last couple of days and just looking for overall direction. But MSOS set up pretty good here. Lots of room to form a daily higher low compared to 38.80 and change that trend. So if we form a higher low here and we break this inside bar bullish, we'll be looking up to resistance at 44.68. If we break that bullish, that will confirm a daily uptrend, and the weekly temporary bottoms are likely set, and we can be looking up to resistance at 49.20, 50 psychological, and then potentially all-time highs up at 55.91. So we're going to end it there. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow after market close.